Hello, 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 and welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our special Valentine's Day episode of Dine Around Downtown Cooking at Home Edition. If you are new to the program and have not seen any of our previous episodes and would like to, you can check them out on our website at downtowny.com/dinearound. And I'm going to go ahead and share a little information about the Downtown Alliance in our chat. My name is Ron Dijon. I am the events manager at the Downtown Alliance. And there you go. And we are the business improvement district for Lower Manhattan. And what we do is we strive to help make downtown a cleaner, safer, and more vibrant place to work, live, and visit. And one of the ways we do that is by providing support to local businesses. Now, we began Dine Around Downtown Cooking at Home Edition in June of 2020 during the height of the pandemic, and it has been part of our continuing efforts to provide support to local restaurants and food security charities that have been impacted by COVID-19. Today, our featured food security charity, which has been chosen by our featured restaurant, is God's Love We Deliver, and that is the food security charity chosen by Claudio, who you're featuring tonight. And you can learn more about them by visiting their website at glwd.org. That's God's Love We Deliver, glwd.org. For your convenience, I provide that in the chat box, so you can find that there. Yep, great. A couple of housekeeping things before we begin. We want to let everyone know that this cooking demo is being recorded, and a link to the recording will be sent out tomorrow via email to everyone who signed up for this episode. During the demo, if you have any questions for our guest chef or host, or there's two guests actually today, so either them or our host, please submit them by using the Q&A feature. For those of you on desktop or laptop, this is usually located at the bottom of your screen. If you're using a mobile device, like a tablet or iPhone or any phone, you can tap your screen once, and depending on the device using, it will appear at the top right corner or bottom of your screen. Now, the chat box, which you missed maybe, that we will reserve to share links and other detailed info with you throughout the program. And one of those links I'm going to share with you now is what we call our poster plate contest. And our poster plate contest is something where you at home, if you're cooking at home and following along either today or over the weekend, we provide the recipe pages for you, so you can go ahead and look through the recipes and cook the dish that we will be making tonight. And if you post your plate on Instagram, you can win a 30-minute private virtual cooking class with tonight's guest chefs by simply posting on Instagram using the hashtag #DineAroundAtHome and tagging @DowntownNYC. Check out the link at the chat box for more details, and don't forget to tag the restaurant and our host because they would love to see your masterpieces. I think that is everything on my end. So without further ado, please welcome your host, award chef and author, Ragu Despirito.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for our 18th Dine Around Downtown Cooking at Home Edition. I'm very, very excited today to be joining one of my neighbors here downtown, who runs a lovely Italian restaurant that I visited several times in the course of organizing this. His name is Claudio Marini. The restaurant's called Da Claudio, and he is cooking today with his chef, David Sandoval. Claudio, are you there? I think he's there, but in the meanwhile, he's been in the United States since the late 1980s. What's up, chef? How are you?
I'm good, Rocco. How are you?
Nice to see you.
Same here, same here. Thank you for having us.
It's our pleasure. Those are some very snazzy jackets. I really like them. I really like what you did there.
Thank you. Trying the best we can.
It looks like you have a pasta machine ready to go. Are you going to be making us pasta today?
Fresh pasta, yes.
Fresh pasta, guys, that is so cool. We're going to get to watch you make fresh pasta.
We are very proud of it because we make it all the time. We make all different kind of pastas. And today we will be making the fusilli from Avellino, which they have a very special texture and shape. And we show you.
Did you say from Avellino?
Avellino, it sounds familiar, huh?
So yeah, it sounds very familiar. I think it's familiar to a lot of Italian American immigrants because it's where all our parents and grandparents came from in the 1890s, 1900s, all the way up to the 1950s. My parents are from San Nicolo Baronia in Avellino. What about you?
In Avellino. Originally from Abruzzi, Pescara,
okay.
So the other side.
Yeah. All right, not too far away. We can still call each other friends, right?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I don't mind at all.
What is it like cooking in downtown New York City? I mean, you are in the heart of it.
This is my neighbor. This is where we live forever. I mean, for more than 20 years. So this is where we always been, except for where my first restaurant was in Midtown on 49th Street. That was 25 years ago. And then we moved down here. We opened first Barbarini in the Seaport 15 years ago, I think, something like that. And we lost that with the storm, actually, Superstorm Sandy. And then we opened the Claudio 7 years ago.
Amazing. So you were in Midtown 25 years ago. I think that the statutes of limitations are up. We can forgive you for that now. Welcome back to downtown.
I barely cross the border anymore. 14th Street border. It's very odd. It's a different world.
So excited to watch you guys cook today. I know you have your chef with you. You know, for those of you who are wondering what the term chef and owner, you know, it's a team effort. Everything in the restaurant business is a team effort. When you walk into a restaurant, first thing you see are lots of people working behind the counter and a lot of people in front of the counter enjoying. There is no restaurant that is an island. No person can run a restaurant on their own. So David Sandoval has been with with Claudio for a long time, and they'll be cooking together today. I cannot, from the beginning. Wow. Oh my God. So I can't wait to see you make the pasta. I know we've got a very ambitious menu today. So I'm going to let you get started with your first dish and introducing Chef David Sandoval.
Absolutely.
Chef, buongiorno.
Hi, how are you?
Good,
I'm good. I'm here.
So just tell me the truth here. Did he ever, at one time in the last 20 years, ever have a discussion with you about making your name sound Italian, a little more Italian? Did he try to add an O, like Sandovalio or anything like that? Did that ever happen? Maybe you shouldn't answer that question. Let's just forget I asked. Thanks for joining us. Thanks so much.
No, you know, what you said before about the team part is very important, Rocco, because it is the truth, you know. He's the chef, and all my cooks over here, they are the chef. They are the one making this happening. I organize, I talk with them, I work with them. We are a team, but without them, I wouldn't be here. So it's really a teamwork. There's no doubt about it. They know that. I remind them every day. I remind them a few other things, but I won't tell you that. But
yeah.
And to those of you who are watching, this is definitely, there's a big team behind this production. We're here for you. We want to answer your questions. Please start asking questions. You know I'm going to get to most of them during the demos, or if not at the end. I'd love to say, let's get started. Let's start making our first dish, chef.
So I think this is Noel. One of my chefs is going to start making the fresh pasta. Go ahead. So we go with the flour.
Ciao, Noel. ¿Cómo está?
Yes.
Double flour, eggs, salt, and water. We are not inventing anything. I believe the secret is simplicity and to keep it authentic. So making a pasta, it is mixing these ingredients together.
Mm-hmm.
Fill the dough. Make sure it doesn't have any crumbs. Make it smooth, but not too smooth. It has to fill. You have to fill the dough. Feel that it's ready for you. It's ready to make pasta. And also with different flours, you will have different textures. So that also comes with experience and with practice. And what I would also say...
Tell us about the different flours. There's going to be a lot of questions about, can I use this flour? Can I use the other flour? What's 00? What's 000? What does it mean when I have 6 zeros in my bank account? Tell me all about the zeros in the flour.
Well, I believe it depends on the clarity of the flour.
Right.
See, there are different kinds. This dish used to be made with what we call poor flour, from buckwheat to durum. They weren't fine. They weren't fine flour at the time, you know, many years ago. where my parents come from, where probably your parents come from. There was nothing so refined. Right now, obviously, everything.
Claudio, where my parents came from, they had to bring wheat to the mill to get their flour.
Beautiful.
They had to grow their own wheat, bring it to the mill, and then they would get flour back.
That is music, you know, it's just the way it is. That's a beautiful part. That you don't go by, you make it.
Can we see what's going on inside that bowl? Can you bring it up?
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Let me take you over.
Time for a close-up, Camila. Wow, okay.
It's coming together.
So look how fast that happened, guys. For those of you who are watching and are terrified of making your own pasta, this happened in the course of 6 minutes of conversation.
Not done yet, but yes.
Mm-hmm. So what's the next step?
So let's go. Should we go moving to the sauce station?
Sure. If that's a logical next step, let's do it.
So we're gonna have David here, starting to cook the lamb. Just olive oil, and you're just gonna brown it out.
Let's get a little bit of a close-up just so we can see what the lamb looks like. When we say lamb, saute, hot pan, most people are confused 3 times already. So let's show them. So it's a big 12-inch pan. Looks like it's medium high heat. It's going to get hotter, and you're looking to brown that lamb, right? This is ground lamb. Yeah.
Correct.
Beautiful.
So what we're gonna do is like try to extract the grease and the fat. So after this, what we're gonna do, we're gonna drain this meat before we cook it. Okay? Let the fat, most of the fat out. Obviously, fat is a part of cooking, but you don't want all of it.
Okay. So that takes about probably going to take about 10 minutes. Should we go roll the pasta in the meanwhile?
Okay.
So I think you've prepared swap outs of the dough. So the dough has rested. Correct?
Yes.
Cool.
So we're gonna go and touch the dough. Yes. We start with this very beautiful machine that name is Imperia. And it is very simple, very good. We're gonna start with number 10, I believe, right?
We're gonna start at the widest opening, which is number 10 on that machine. Every machine is different. Yep, we're gonna start at the widest opening and go to the most narrow, or just before? What do you say? Claudio?
I would say just before, okay. Number 3.
Okay. And what shape of pasta are we making?
We're making the fusilli Avellinoise.
Wow. Okay. Fusilli. Wow. Okay. That's going to be really cool. Most people don't wake up in the morning and say, let's make fusilli today.
Especially Avellinoise, because the difference is they're a little bit flatter. Can you say that? Than the regular fusilli. Fusilli are a sparrow. This is a little flat sparrow.
Right. Understood. Can we get in close and see a little bit of what's going on in that machine?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
I like the cameraman action.
Yeah, you get extra pay for that.
Thank you, sir. So we move it from...
So this is super important, guys. For those of you who are watching and have never done this, or you have done it and it's turned out, it's gone sideways on you. I think the mistake that most people make is they start out too narrow. So you want to start out at the widest place, which is number 10 on this machine. This is a really nice electric machine, which aren't that expensive, by the way. You may think they're pretty expensive, but they're not crazy.
This is a great option. And you say right, Rocco, don't rush the pasta. Don't start high. Start from the widest one. Take your time. Go through many times. It doesn't matter. It's important that you feel the pasta, you feel the dough. Here we go.
And it's important that you make some space for yourself. I think that's another pitfall for most people who make it at home. They don't organize the space they need. Look at the amount of space you're using. You need at least 3 or 4 feet of table space.
Yeah. Now we're gonna cut it.
Wow. Okay. So you're already down to the. Can we just close up on the machine and let's see the number on your machine real quick.
Oh, this one?
Yeah. Let's just have a look at it so we can
The last one was number 3.
Brains. Okay.
So we end up with number 3.
Right there. Got it. Good.
Okay. So now what we use is called bicicleta. The bicycle.
Okay.
Here
Beautiful.
we go. So
you're basically cutting a wide, flat noodle first.
Exactly. Same, what is it? 1 inch, I would say, right? 1 inch. Okay.
Yeah,
Rocco, shall we move to the other side and check on David?
Let's see what the progress is on the sauce.
Okay. Let me see. Where are we? You drained them already?
Yes. So the meat is here.
Okay, you want to see it?
We can't see you yet. So let's switch cameras and then, yeah, great.
The meat is ready.
So this is
terrific.
Drained.
Wow. Okay. Look at that, guys. Important step right here. The meat has been sauteed. Let's see it one more time. We didn't quite catch that.
Yeah.
Let's see it one more time.
I got you. I can travel.
There we go.
Like
good.
It.
Look at that, guys.
Super. So a little bit drier, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Sofrito time.
Sofrito.
What is it? Onions, carrots,
and celery. So just cook it. Not too much color in there. Really a little bit. A little oil.
Okay.
Sofrito is a very important first step for making any pasta sauce. This is what happens before all pasta sauces are made.
It's such a foundation, right? Unbelievable. Sofrito is.
What is the fat
smell?
Use, Chef?
Sorry?
Olive oil? Did you use some olive oil?
Yes, olive oil.
Okay.
Some carrots, onion, and celery.
Got it.
Yep. So you
and the
cook a little
smell.
slow. Yeah.
Super. Okay. How long, David?
Like 4 minutes.
Okay. So let's go back to the pasta. Is that okay?
Yeah, sounds great.
Rocco, I'm going. Okay, stop me if I'm going too fast.
Yeah, you keep going. Perfect.
Okay. So Noah is making the pasta. I'm gonna show you. He's cutting one by one, basically.
All right, let's get a nice slow look at this. Look at that amazing technique. So he's grabbing one wide ribbon and
cutting by hand,
twisting and twirling until a third of it is broken off, right? So you're making
I would say that, yeah.
Wow, look at that.
Actually, you can have your kids doing that at home.
Amazing. No way, go slow so we can catch up. It looks amazing, no way.
Slow down. He's a machine.
Amazing.
You see how
I'm
different?
sure if you let him go full speed, it would be incredible.
Forget about it. See the difference? Of course, Rocco, you know, but for everyone out there looking, they are much longer than regular fusilli, much wider pasta.
Yeah, it's an important note. This is fusilli avilinese, which is a hand-rolled, not extruded fusilli like you would normally find. I think the normal one, the fusilli we're all used to is machine-made, right?
Yeah, we don't, the only machine we use is the little guy over here. Right there.
His name is Noe, and he never breaks down.
No, he carries us all. Okay. David?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, we're gonna go back to the sauce.
Yeah, sure. This is great.
So, what do we have here? Sofrito is ready.
Sofrito is ready.
You can't believe the beautiful smell we have here now.
So the meat is ready too. So you put the meat. Just move it. Just put the bay leaves.
Wait, what are we doing? We have bay leaves and juniper berries.
Yes. Yes.
Juniper berries and bay leaves right in the sauce.
Yes.
Got it.
You guys, you see, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let it sit for a while. While we have red wine.
Next is red wine. Okay, that's going in, deglaze.
Yeah.
Stirring, 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 simmering. Mixy, mixy, mixy.
He's drinking everything. Now the meat is drinking all the wine. It's absorbing all the sofrito. See, we don't want it to be too moist right now. Just let it dry up a little bit before we add the tomato sauce. Okay.
So we give it like 2 minutes.
2 more minutes with that, right?
Let's take a minute to talk about tomatoes then, Claudio. When you say
tomatoes,
it's a big decision, right?
What a beautiful invention. So tomatoes, we cannot live without, right? We as Italian. So as far as I remember, tomatoes were brought to Italy maybe the 1500 from actually the Americans. So you guys had this here, but you didn't know. So I think it was brought to Italy a long time ago, and it was called tomato, which is, I'm sorry, I never looked at the camera. The golden,
yeah.
The golden apple basically was that was the name of it. And
pomodoro, in other words, right?
Bravissimo, yeah. Pomodoro. That's a golden apple. And we have, I learned that we have more than 300 types of tomatoes in Italy, which is crazy. The best one to make a tomato sauce is the plum tomato, especially the San Marzano. Another one that might sound very familiar to you, Rocco, because as you know, it comes from the area around Vesuvio.
So that's right.
Very close to Naples. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly, the volcanic soil. Exactly. So there's so many special factors that come together to make this beautiful fruit, or vegetable, or anything. It's just amazing because it's the sun down there, the soil, the love that all people from Naples put in there, in everything they do. So that is very special. And really, tomato is such a big part of Italian cuisine.
So, Claudio, as we sit in the middle of February, we obviously are not going to use fresh tomatoes. What tomatoes are you going to pick to use today? What type, what kind of can, what kind of cut will they be? Will they be pureed?
It has to be, no, it has to be the whole peeled San Marzano.
Okay.
So can, from Italy, 100%, absolutely.
And how are you going to prepare them before you add them to the sofrito and the lamb?
That like between 2 and 3 hours cooking. Yeah, that's what Noé does. So we cook it over.
Put whole tomatoes in?
We crush it, right? We crush it while we cook it. So while we cook it in a big pot, we crush it. And we don't add anything else at the moment. Do we add anything? Onion at the moment? Okay. Yeah, so basically, because you still have time to add all your ingredients, all your flavors afterwards, but you need to cook. You need to cook your tomatoes. You need to cook your tomatoes. They are not ready when they come in. Absolutely.
Is there a brand that you like?
Say it again?
Is there a brand that you prefer over other brands?
The only thing, no, I not necessarily. The only thing is, be careful, make sure it's made in Italy, because there are too many imitations out there, too many things they say, bottled in Italy, or anyway, keep your eyes open.
Had a stop in Italy on the way over, had the plane stopped for 2 hours, and you got it. There's actually a lot of debate and some laws that are trying to be established to identify made in Italy, grown in Italy as authentic. And I know in Italy they have DOC, DOCG. In America we don't have that yet, but.
And especially with the European Union, that now everything is from Europe. So it's very vague,
Yeah.
It has to be from Italy. It's very different.
Terrific. What's happening with the pasta right now?
Somebody's calling me. I'm going to go on the other side, okay?
Okay, go back. Show us what's going on.
Allora, we have the go ahead, Eddie.
It's ready. So the tomatoes.
Okay, so hold on, Chef. Before you do that, we have a couple of questions about the amount of olive oil being used. There was a very little amount as far as I saw. Is that correct, Chef David?
Yes.
Okay, Lisa, that's your answer. I guess they did not want to use a lot of olive oil. They wanted to keep the sauce pretty lean. All right,
Yes.
so those are the plum tomatoes. Looks like you've either blended them or stick blended them. You've done something to them.
Yes, a blender.
Yeah, blender.
Use a stick blender. I saw him make the sign of the stick blender. Okay, got it.
Yes.
All right, yeah. All right.
Go ahead. Stick blender.
So notice, everyone, that was a totally dry sofrito. The meat was dry. There was no more liquids left.
Now it's liquid. Yes, here we go. Now we're gonna simmer until it dries up. It drinks up a little bit more sauce.
What happens to
you won't believe the smell, guys.
Bay leaves. Oh, it looks incredible. I love seeing the whole spice. Do the spices just dissolve in the sauce?
So right now the sauce is ready. So we leave it like maybe depends 2 hours or 3 hours, something like 5. So see the fire is slow.
Yeah, the fire is super low. Yeah.
Yeah. So you just leave it.
Couple of hours.
Yes. Yep.
So the
Claudio,
juniper berries.
What he said, we didn't hear. We didn't hear.
Yeah. So he says like we're gonna keep it on a low flame for like a couple of hours.
Yeah.
And the juniper berries melt and just go. How do you like that? Yeah,
amazing.
I love it.
One of your neighbors, Ava Heinemann, has a very important question, Claudia. She would like to know, instead of juniper, can you just drink gin instead?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I figured
with some tonic.
Yes.
With some tonic.
I think, Ava, I think we're looking for the flavor of juniper, not the flavor of gin, but feel free to drink all the gin you want. These are Italians. We love to drink while we cook.
You can do flambe, actually, burned of gin, right?
There's also a question from Alicia, Claudio, about gluten-free flour. Would you be okay with using gluten-free flour?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
Noe makes gluten-free pasta all the time. Right now we have gluten-free gnocchi and gluten-free fettuccine. Bravissimo. Yes,
amazing.
We do have constantly.
And what would you say the demand for that is now compared to 5 years ago, and what percent of your total pasta orders?
Up 20-25% from 5 years ago, definitely, 100%. And to be honest, I'm Italian, you're Italian. I think it's actually gluten-free pasta. It's good. It's not bad. It's really good. I mean, it stays al dente too. I mean, it's not blasphemy to eat the gluten-free pasta.
Yeah, for sure. There are a lot of people have gluten issues and they're sensitive and would just like to get one allergen out of their lives. What's going on with the pasta? I see Noe looks itchy. He looks itchy.
He's like ready to rock.
He has never stood still this long in 20 years.
Excellent. Okay, so there is also the saffron sauce going on here.
Okay, tell us about it.
So saffron, beautiful little tiny flower that is aromatic, is very smooth. We are mixing it here with a little cream to make the sauce, not too much.
So just you have milk and cream in that pan?
Is that cream, no milk?
Yeah, this is
just cream. Okay.
Cream. Heavy cream, yes.
Yeah. Heavy cream. Just leave it like a little reduction. A little more strong.
It's like it says, make it like a reduction. Yeah. And then we go with some lapilli, a little bit of saffron. So saffron, actually, it comes from the Middle East originally, but we in Abruzzi are very big producer of saffron. Look at you. So near L'Aquila, there are a lot of saffron plantations. And it's actually very good saffron. Excellent.
Beautiful. So saffron, for those of you who have never tried it, has a very floral perfume and nose, and also a very floral flavor. There's really nothing like it. It is so unique. It is very pleasant. It's like it's almost like white truffle, a completely different flavor, but like a luxury flavor, a luxury aroma. and there's nothing like it. So if you've never tried it, please try it. You can buy tiny little capsules. It's a wonderful flavor, and you know, grows in Spain, Middle East, Italy, and it's going to be a big part of the sauce.
Exactly, and as you also know, is also an aphrodisiac. So be careful with that, guys, because you know, it's very flavorful.
Good thing it's $1,000 a pound. It's good to
exactly, know. Like exactly, so expensive. Yeah.
So can we see what's going on with the pasta? No way. What are you doing? Tell us. Show us everything.
No is ready to cook because you made this pasta.
Oh, yes. Okay. Got it. Yeah.
So saffron is ready. Pasta is ready. The sauce, we can use the sauce. Are we going too fast, Rocco?
No, not at all. We're great. We're fantastic. Please keep going.
Okay. So I just want to spend a few words about the lamb because we are very, you know, we are also careful with everything we choose. Our lamb is from Colorado. We prefer American lamb, also because it's American, but especially because American lamb is fed with grain. New Zealand and Australian lamb is a grass fed. So they are two different animals, obviously. But I do believe the American lamb has more flavor. It's a little bit less gamey, but it has much more flavor than the Australian or New Zealand one. And we get that from Colorado, so we love to support, of course, locals and, you know.
I think most people agree with you that the domestic or American lamb from Colorado has a more pleasant flavor, a little more subtle. If you want a real strong lamb flavor, New Zealand, Australia is less expensive. It's also shipped frozen 100% of the time. So It's less expensive, much less expensive. It's, you know, about a third of the price. But the quality is a different kind. I wouldn't say it's better or worse. It's just different. It depends on what you like. Yeah. If you like a fattier, more succulent, sweeter flavor, Colorado is the one for you.
Definitely. I think the New Zealand one is a little bit, maybe more tender, but also more gamey,
lean and more gamey. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
And lamb is usually usually an ingredient you're not allowed to cook in a demo. It must be very popular because you were able to convince everyone that lamb would be a great dish for the demo.
Interesting. Very good point. Also because the lamb industry is not that big, it's not that easy, as far as I know. So, you know, to find it, or sometimes it's not that easy. It's kind of hard.
Yeah. So do you get a lot of requests for this pasta? Is it a popular dish?
Yes, it's very popular, very popular. Either the way we make it, because of the way we make it, or because they like lamb. I'm not sure, but it's very popular. Okay, how are we doing? So, shall we move to cook pasta and saute with some yummy sauce?
Yeah, I would love to see that. You have sauce made, I think, right? You have both sauces made?
Okay.
Terrific.
Okay, Noel's gonna bring the pasta. We're gonna boil it.
Well, while we're there, Chef David, can you show us a pinch of the saffron? We just want to get a close-up of that so everybody can see it and know it and understand it.
You see the color change a little bit darker yellow because of the saffron? Yes. Super.
Let's keep looking at that. Let's look at that a little longer. Beautiful.
It's really beautiful.
Wow.
And I'm sorry you guys cannot smell it. Sauce? This is the entire sauce. Yes, the one we made for now. Yes.
Put a little salt and pepper.
Okay. It's a little salt and pepper just to add.
So probably if you wanted to do a simple saffron sauce, you could do that, and Parmigiano Reggiano, you would have an amazing pasta already.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And just so you guys know that those little pieces of saffron that you're looking at are called the stigma, and they are each hand-picked from the crocus flower. And you know, a field of crocus flowers are required to produce an ounce of saffron. So thousands of flowers.
Correct.
Amazing. See the saffron again?
Yeah. And the patience.
Saffron, not the sauce.
Oh, the saffron.
Yeah, the saffron itself. Yeah. Let's look at the actual item, the spice itself. Yeah, there we go. There we go. It comes in a glassine bag. That's all you need to know about how expensive it is.
It's like gold, right? Look at that.
Wow, look at that. That's beautiful. Yeah. And so when you're handling this, you should smell it immediately. The room should fill with the perfume of saffron. It's very strong.
It is. It is. Right now, the smell is all around. So the pasta is cooking.
Okay, so pasta's cooking. Okay, let's look at that. You guys are amazingly efficient at this, but people want to see every step. Let's look inside that basket.
I know. For us, sometimes it's like automatic.
So look at this setup, guys. Everybody look at the pasta setup. He's got a large saucepan and a pasta basket. It's an amazing way to set it up for restaurants and for home.
Yes, right, we heat up the pan.
Yeah. The ragu is down. It's warmed up.
Ta-da.
Look at that beautiful.
Look at that.
Wow.
Love the shape. Look at that.
Magic.
Is that fun, Rocco?
Beautiful. Look at that. And Chef David is tossing. Very important part of the process. This is where the pasta and the sauce marry.
Exactly. Amalgamate. Beautiful. They become one item, one beauty.
Marry those pasta, those beautiful fusilli avillinese.
Bellissimi. Look at that.
Incredible.
Nice taking off the bay leaf.
You eat that, David. That's for you. So that simmers for a few minutes, not too long, I see.
Yeah, yes.
Look at how dry it is.
And it's important, the pasta, when the pasta, you take up the pasta, it has to come up with the sauce. You know that is a good pasta. The sauce doesn't stay on the bottom. Sauce has to come up with the pasta. It's one item, one piece. Let's plate it now.
And are we looking at one portion? This is one portion?
Yes, right here is one portion, yes.
Yeah. And this is on the menu for $26, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Got it. 26 for a big giant bowl of lamb ragu with handmade pasta sounds like a bargain to me.
Handmade pasta, exactly. I think it's beautiful. Just
Definitely
because
enough for two people to share.
And it's also made with love. That's very important.
So much love.
Pasta
David, you get paid in love, I see.
Let's not get that, please, okay?
It's going into the pan.
Beautiful. So let's go with a little saffron.
Sauce.
Just finish it up with some microgreens. By the way, microgreens are good for you guys, okay? Those are concentrated vegetables. There you go.
Beautiful, wow. What I love about this is that you made a beautiful lamb ragu that took hours, and you said, you know what, that's not enough. We need another flavor, another layer, and we're gonna add a saffron cream sauce to that, so that the interplay between the saffron sauce and the lamb sauce makes this super interesting. I'm really happy that I'm not there eating with you right now.
No, you have to try this, Rocco. You have to try, because the combination between the saffron and the lamb is just amazing. A little olive oil, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Another thing, don't forget.
Don't forget the final touch.
All right, a little extra virgin olive oil. Got it. And since this is lamb, would you serve this with pecorino romano or parmigiano reggiano? Or
I think parmigiano is fine because it's already a strong flavor.
Got it.
So pecorino, sometimes you want to add some extra flavor, but when you already know flavor, you have enough flavor, you want to stick with the pecorino.
Right. I know a lot of people confuse the two. A lot of people don't realize pecorino is lamb's milk and parmigiano is cow's milk, and that's the biggest difference. Of course, the amount of aging is different. Oh, look at the finished dish. Let's look at that. Wow, wow, wow. Somebody has to take a bite because I can't, and I'm angry about it. Somebody has to take a bite. David, jump in. Come on. How many years have you been making this pasta, David?
I said it again?
strain the pasta.
He said so long he forgot. He can't even remember anymore.
Go.
Mangia, figlia mi.
Mangia, mangia. Dai.
So would you describe that pasta as a very tender pasta, or is it a little tougher like a pinchi?
Oh, bravo. What a nice comment.
Wow, everybody jumping in.
Oh, yeah, they deserve it. They deserve
it.
Amazing. That's a very close call with the peach. You know, peach is very special, very unique pasta. And the texture of this pasta is similar. I wouldn't say the same, but similar.
So it's a little bit chewy, a little bit less tender.
Thick in the center.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It stays thick in the center, exactly.
Lisa Bennett wants to know what brand of flour do you like best? I like Caputo for real Italian flour. Yeah.
Bravissimo. Caputo double O.
Yeah.
Caputo double O. Absolutely.
Cool.
Abbiamo Caputo. Aspetta.
How did it come out? How did it come out, David? Oh yeah, let's look.
Rocco, eccola qua.
Ah, right there. Caputo 00. There you go. That's the chef's secret, Lisa. Almost every chef uses Caputo.
His secret is gone now. Excellent. We hope you guys like it. This is a great dish. We love to share that with you guys because it's, you know, like I said, we're not inventing anything, but we like to keep it simple and keep it authentic. And
it seems pretty unique to me. This dish seems very unique. I don't think this is a typical Italian Avellino dish, is it?
No, I don't think so. I think we combined something. We combined the ingredients ourselves. I think we did that. Absolutely.
Sure. So Lisa Bennett wants to know if a metal bowl versus a glass bowl makes a difference. What do you say? What do you say, Claudio?
Depends what you're doing. I mean, if it's just what do you say? I mean, to mix meats, I don't think it would make any difference. If you have to deal with fish, I think a glass bowl is better. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Just because fish is more delicate.
Lisa, the only thing I have trouble with when it comes to glass bowls is that they break. And when they break, you have to throw everything away. So I would say
you don't want to risk that.
Steel. Exactly. So use stainless steel if you can.
At home, just go with glass because you work much slower apart. So it's absolutely.
Yeah. Michelle wants to know, how do you keep the sofrito from browning? How low a flame? And why do you keep it from browning in this case?
Well, those ingredients, they marry again. Those, celery, carrots, and onions. So first of all, you have to chop them really small. Okay, so they cook once you say they should cook, so they don't burn. And you keep an eye on it, obviously, but always slow flame, right? Slow flame, it can go wrong. But don't get it go too brown because it takes a moment to burn. Really
so
quick.
Michelle, I would say from a sofrito, we're looking for the contribution of aromatics and sweetness, right? The aromatics from celery, onion, carrots, and then sweetness in general that comes from the Maillard reaction that you get when you saute something and you brown something. So because this is a long cooked sauce that is going to reduce and concentrate, if you start off with a very brown sofrito, you could end up with a burned flavor at the end. So I think that's probably a little bit of why Chef Claudio is being careful about the color. He's just looking for the aromatics, the volatiles, and not necessarily the flavor of browned carrots, browned onions in this sauce. And maybe it'd be too competitive with the lamb flavor.
And also the size of the portions of the onions, celery, and carrots. So onions, I think, is the one who keep the sauce a little bit more moist than the other two. So you have to balance it out, definitely.
What is the ratio that you like to use in general, Chef, for onion, carrot, celery? 50% onion, 25% carrot, 25% celery, something like that?
Yeah, that's pretty close. More onions, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's what I typically do, 50% onions, and then the rest is sort of up to you and what you have around. Donna Cox wants to know about juniper berries. Do they work just as well with beef, or are they only good friends with lamb?
I think they're okay. They're okay with beef too. Yeah. They go well with the red meat. Don't use it with chicken. Here we go.
For sure. Yeah, they seem to go well with big, bold flavors.
Exactly.
Susan G says salute.
In a glass of red wine. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So it's just someone saying salute, grazie. Robert wants to know how long does the ragu take to cook?
Well, it depends how big. I mean, this guy, David.
Sometimes it's like 30,000.
So we're talking about what we do is like 30 pounds and it cooks for like 2 hours at least. And
yeah,
so
I mean, it's obviously, it's dependent on the cut of meat. It's dependent on the size of the pot, the amount you fill the pot, but typically any meat to become fully tender is an hour minimum to 2 or 3 hours, sometimes overnight in crazy situations.
Yeah, as long as you keep it moist. Mm-hmm. You gotta keep it moist, otherwise it's gonna burn. Yeah. And also you saw our meat was really fine grind. So really.
Mm-hmm. Right, you ground it. You could have started off with diced lamb and it would have fallen apart in the sauce. And that's a different style. But in order for it to cook quicker, using ground lamb helps stack the deck.
Okay. That's a little trick. Yes. You can do chunks at home.
Terry Stewart says her son and daughter just bought a home in Avellino. What do you think about moving back to the old country?
I'm ready anytime.
A little bit in Fida, a little bit in Avellino.
Oh, come on. Italy is Italy. I'm ready very soon.
Lisa's asking an interesting question. There's a lot of debate and conversation about salads. Does this dish pair well with a green salad? And do Italians eat salad after the entree, like in the rest of Europe?
What a tricky question. That is so true. I mean, you should eat salad before, but I don't think we do that in Italy. I think we eat it afterwards.
Got it. I don't think there's no right answer to this, right, Claudio?
No, there's no right answer. But it is a good answer to eat a salad after this dish because it freshens up, it cleanses your mouth and everything.
And Chef Ruth Gill wants to know, how long did you cook the pasta for?
To cook the pasta is like 3 minutes.
3 minutes? Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes, because it's fresh.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, because it's fresh. The other one is living like 4 or 5 minutes. The dry ones.
So tell me, when would you dry pasta? So fresh pasta is often eaten right after it's made, but also much of it is dried a little bit. In which case will you dry the pasta or keep it fresh?
Fresh.
I'm sorry, Rocco.
Sometimes when people make fresh pasta, they dry it a little bit. They leave it outside to dry for a little bit. Sometimes they use it right away.
We don't do that.
No. Right?
We freeze the pasta, but fresh.
Yeah,
right.
We freeze it fresh.
So I think the takeaway here is to freeze it or dry it, one or the other.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah, but you know what happened? We used to have one of those the machine you mentioned before, the big guy.
Dehydrator.
And we don't use it. We didn't use it because the pasta was too dry. It was coming out too dry. Mm-hmm. So that's why we like this guy with the little guy here.
Got it, exactly. So I mean, all pasta was fresh pasta at some point. Even if you buy pasta asciutto, dry pasta, it was fresh at one point. It's dried in order to stabilize it and so that it doesn't, collect microbes and go bad. Now, if you're using fresh pasta in a restaurant, obviously that's not an issue because you're going to use the pasta right away.
Right away, or you freeze it.
Mm-hmm.
Jean wants to know where you can buy good quality saffron.
Oh. I'll be honest with you, I barely shop out there. Down here in Italy, I'm sure.
No, where can you buy saffron of good quality?
Like in the store or in Italy?
A store nearby, so that Jean, your neighbor, can go buy it if she wants.
I think Italy, the store.
Italy. Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Italy. Got it.
You may like go back to Italy.
I thought you were saying in Italy. Go to Italy.
Of course.
Retino, go to Italy. Got it. So Italy has it. Listen, it's sold everywhere. I know SOS Chefs is a great resource in the East Village. It's obviously online. You can buy saffron everywhere now. I mean,
and
it's
also
right next to the.
It doesn't have to be made in Italy. Here we go. You can have some fun there and choose something from everywhere else.
Or actually, it could be made in Italy, but sold in Italy also, or not. Got it. Gina, yes. I hope that answers your question. It's available everywhere now. So here's another really interesting question. And I know a lot of people are confused by cornmeal, corn flour, cornmeal, and semolina. So Kathleen wants to know, is the pasta on a bed of cornmeal?
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Brava. Well, questa è semolina, no? Yeah. So this is semolina. Just to keep it's not going to be sticky.
Right.
So semolina keeps it dry.
Exactly. So Kathleen, that's the answer. It's semolina flour, which is a coarser ground durum wheat flour, and it's used for pizza and for pasta to keep it from sticking together. It looks like cornmeal to a lot of people, exactly. And a lot of people confuse it and think it's cornmeal, but cornmeal would not tenderize in the boiling water the way semolina does. So Kathleen, if you're looking for flour to dust your board with or your bench with, semolina is the answer. I hope that answers your question. Many people think semolina is cornmeal. It's interesting.
Probably, but you won't make polenta out of it.
Exactly. Denise wants to know, Claudio, what would you serve with this dish in terms of wine? What wine would you serve?
Something robust. Barbera.
White or red?
Oh, red. It's gotta be red.
Red for sure.
Unless there is a robust wine, an Etna Bianco, something.
Yeah.
Something robust. But I would go with a nice full red, Barolo, Barbera, even a Nero, something from the south.
Yeah. So Barolo, Barbera, obviously Chianti, anything from Tuscany, even Pinot Noir. I mean, I think all those would work well. You'll
something
find
with
in Italy, we're
some
not
character.
very snobby about wine, right? Don't you find in Italy they're not very snobby about wine? As much wine as they produce and as much as they know, they're very easygoing, right, when it comes to wine.
Intriguing. What do you mean by that?
They're just not about the rules. They let people live and enjoy what they live. So if somebody said, I want white wine with this, nobody cares in Italy. In France, you might get a little, but in Italy, they're just going to say no problem.
Exactly. You know why? Because everywhere you turn in Italy, there's quality. So go with white, go with red. It doesn't matter. You're going to do the right choice. You don't have to look for some great white or great red because they're all good.
I agree. I've never had a bad glass of wine in Italy. Never in my life. Even wine that was six lira when I first went to Italy in the 80s. Never a bad glass of wine. And the funny thing is, in Italy, most of the wine is free because somebody's grandmother is taking a bottle that used to be a water bottle or dish soap and pouring wine out of it. So.
Exactly. No, you really have to look hard to find something that is no good. Sorry,
Dorian Barrera is saying Avellino, Greco di Tufo, Fiano, or Taurazzi.
Beautiful.
Might be good. Yeah, those are all great. Those are fantastic. They're even better in Italy, Dorian. So go have them in Italy if you can. So Dorian, yes, the chef recommended, just to answer Dorian's question, he recommended Barbera, he recommended Barolo. Yeah. Anything red with character.
Nero d'Avola, that's from the south.
Nero d'Avola.
It's Sicilia.
Claudio, an anonymous attendee wants to know if your restaurant is romantic.
Absolutely, yes.
So romantic.
I mean, I'm here. How can not be?
Should we turn the camera around and show them the restaurant?
Can we do?
Why don't we show them the restaurant? Yeah. Why don't we show them? Are you ready to be seen?
Remember, this is an open kitchen.
That's right. It's not set up right now, but
no, we have a private party coming soon, so that's why.
When I went there the other day, it was very romantic. The lights were down, candles were on. Yeah, definitely. The kitchen has this beautiful glow. So probably a great place for Valentine's Day, no?
Absolutely, we are ready with a beautiful special menu, and we also will be serving regular menu, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
You want to tell us a little bit about it so we can get you some reservations?
Well, we are working on a special pasta, mostly seafood, but we will have some special fish, special meat, but we're working on special shapes also for pasta. So you will be surprised. A special combination.
Oh, wow, terrific. And is it prefix menu or a la carte menu?
No, we will do a regular menu a la carte plus extremely special specials.
Okay.
So,
and do you have maybe a few tables left for people who are listening, who are living in the area?
We do. Depending on the time, I'm not sure, but we do have a few.
Who should they ask for? We want to make sure you treat them very special.
I think my name is out there. I can't hide it.
All right. So guys, listen, when you call, say you saw Claudio on the Dine Around Downtown, he said he had something special for you. So whoever's taking the reservation knows that you're coming for the special treatment on Valentine's Day. Maybe there'll be a glass of wine, a dessert.
Please do that. Yeah. We'll take care of you.
Terrific. Thank you. It's wonderful to know. Chef David, Chef Claudio, Chef Noe, thank you so much. Camila, your daughter, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to nominate you for an Oscar. Amazing work. What a wonderful restaurant for our 18th episode of Dine Around Downtown at Home Edition. Please donate to God's Love We Deliver. That is the food security charity chosen by Claudio. Go to glwd.org to donate to them directly. I also work with them. They do amazing work. You should feel very, very good about the money that you donate to this charity. We're thrilled that you were able to join us today for our 18th. Don't forget our Post Your Plate contest. We always have a Post Your Plate contest. There's always a winner. There's an opportunity to win a personal 30-minute virtual cooking class with Claudio Marini and his chef, David Sandoval. And maybe Noe will even show up. Whip up your best version of a featured recipe, the lamb ragu in this case, and post a picture. Make sure you tag Diner On at Home, Rocco Despirito, Claudia, so we see your plates and we pick a winner. Thank you very, very much. Stay tuned. There's more programming coming up this spring and beyond. This won't be the last time we see you. And for those of you who have questions remaining, as always, we will answer them and get you an email version of the answer. Sorry, we didn't get to you during the live portion of this programming. Thank you very much. It has been a privilege to host today. Thank you, Claudio. Thank you, everyone at Downtown Alliance. Have a good day.